Hello, I am at Namdaemun Market. This is the oldest and largest traditional market in Seoul. The market has been formed here for over 600 years. In the past, after Goryeo fell, Chosun was founded and the capital was moved to Seoul. Then a market was naturally formed at the entrance of Namdaemun, the southern gate of the capital. In particular, the southern gate was the most important route among the four gates in the east, west, south, and north, with the most people passing through. In the past, the government operated this place by collecting taxes for places to do business. Even back then, it was the largest market in Seoul. The current Namdaemun Market was formed after the end of the Korean War in 1957. This place, which was completely devastated by the war, was reorganized to become what it is today. Although this place has a long history as a market, the fact that its old appearance is nowhere to be found is largely due to the war. About 300,000 people visit Namdaemun Market on average per day. There are about 10,000 stores. They say there are about 1,700 items for sale. There is even a saying that if you can't find something in Namdaemun Market, you can't find it anywhere in Seoul. Since it is close to Myeongdong, a famous tourist destination in Seoul, it is common for foreign tourists to visit this place while visiting Myeongdong. The street I'm walking on right now is Women's Clothing Street. This straight street is densely lined with stores that mainly sell women's clothing. There are stores that sell specialized items on each specific street. There are children's clothing streets, bedding streets, camera streets, cutlass fish cuisine streets, noodle cuisine streets, and many more. Cameras are especially famous because they are sold much cheaper than online markets. This video is not about me walking all the streets of Namdaemun Market. There is a video of me visiting Namdaemun Market among the videos I uploaded. I am walking a different route than when I visited that time. If you are curious about more of Namdaemun Street, you can also watch my other videos. As you can see from the street, there are more older people than young people. This is because they mainly deal with clothes targeting people in their 50s and 60s. And many young people buy online. However, people in their 60s and older in Korea have difficulty using computers and smartphones. In order to buy things online in Korea, you need to know the payment system. Unlike simple payment systems overseas like PayPal, it is quite difficult to use. Only those who have experienced it can understand this. This is because I was using the Korean online payment system and then tried the American PayPal and was shocked by how easy it was. In Korea, various authentication procedures are extremely complicated when making online payments. Even people in their 20s who are comfortable using smartphones are stressed out. So it is virtually impossible for people in their 60s to do it. That's why people in their 60s tend to buy things by seeing them in person rather than buying them online. And since Namdaemun Market has most of the products you need, Seoul citizens visit here to buy things and watch people. Of course, many young people also visit here. If you go to the food street rather than the clothing street where I'm walking now, you can see many young people. Just as Namdaemun Market was formed at the southern gate, there is a market formed at the eastern gate as well. It is called Dongdaemun Market. Generally, if you were to choose the two representative markets in Seoul, you would choose that place and this place. Dongdaemun Market is very different from this place. Unlike Namdaemun Market, which handles all items, there handles almost only clothing. The difference is because there was a barracks on the east side of the old Seoul gate. At that time, they had to make military uniforms for the soldiers. Naturally, a market that sold fabrics and made clothes was formed there, and although it was a place that made military uniforms in the beginning, it also handled various clothing, and the largest fashion industry in Seoul is in Dongdaemun. It takes about 20 minutes to get to Dongdaemun by subway from here. If you walk, it takes more than an hour. It is quite a distance. I recommend visiting Namdaemun Market at night rather than during the day. In the evening, street food vendors open. There is more to see at night than during the day. This is similar to the scenery of Myeongdong right next door. The difference from Myeongdong is that Namdaemun Market has a wider variety of traditional Korean street food. Since Myeongdong is crowded with foreign tourists, it sells not only Korean food but also foreign street food. I personally do not recommend eating street food. It is not hygienic. Most of the stores are not legally permitted. I recommend buying street food sold at small stores instead. If you look to the left, you can see that there is steel work being done on one of the streets of the market. That is the main street of Namdaemun Market. It is the area where the first market was formed 600 years ago. Currently, construction is underway to install a roof there. The Seoul metropolitan government is building it for the purpose of revitalizing the market. Once the roof is completed, it will be a much more attractive market street. As Koreans increasingly prefer to buy things at department stores, large shopping malls, or online rather than traditional markets, these traditional markets are gradually shrinking. Right now, I feel more comfortable buying things online than here. I am reluctant to go to traditional markets because I have the perception that it is a hassle to bargain for things and that it is not clean. I also worry that I might get ripped off if I go there without knowing anything. And as technology advances, it is natural for offline markets to shrink in size. If you look straight ahead, you can see the tall buildings in the distance. I have reached the end of the market. Once you leave the market, you will see a forest of tall buildings. If you look at the front, you can see traditional Korean architecture. That is Namdaemun, the southern gate of the old capital city of Seoul. It is also called Sungnyemun. The meaning of Sungnyemun is to follow morality, ethics, and social norms. The four gates in the east, west, south, and north of Seoul are each named differently. This is because they were named with the intention of preserving Confucianism. Confucianism in Korea has been the state religion for over 500 years. Currently, freedom of religion is guaranteed in Korea. You can see high-rise buildings around Sungnyemun. The headquarters of major Korean companies are located here. If you look to the right, you can see a white building across the street to the left of the DHL billboard building. That is the main building of Samsung Group. Samsung Electronics Seoul office is located there. For your information, Samsung Electronics headquarters is in a different city, not Seoul. From here, Seoul City Hall is a 10-minute walk to the right, and Seoul Station is a 15-minute walk along this road. Thank you for watching my video.